This is Jane Gates. I'm here at the Pasadena Symposium, and I'm here with a really fine designer. This is Tony Exter. Do you prefer Tony or Anthony?
Tony.
All right, Tony. And he's just given us a wonderful talk on some insights into designing with a modern feel in landscaping. He's a wonderful architect and landscape architect, and just give us an idea, Tony, if you were to think of something that might be applicable for people, well, all over the world, wherever they may be designing their gardens. Do you have a particular tip or a thought of what might help them come up with a good design?
Yes, I do. Several. I think that what I notice with my clients is a lot of times what they struggle with is how many plants, how many different varieties of plants should they use in their garden. Is 5 enough? Is 10 not enough? They keep agonizing over that. So what I usually tell them to do is simplest is best. So if you're in a situation where you think you want to use about 10 different types of varieties in one small area, probably reduce that down to about 3. And even if it's possible, reduce it down to 1 and just have one beautiful mass of the same plant. It's much easier to do, and it's very soothing and pleasing on the eye. The other bit of advice I would give is sometimes we tend to want to have a lot of water in the garden, and I call that the raging waters syndrome, where you just sort of get into all these different water features. One single beautiful water feature in your garden with a nice sound to it is probably all that you really need. And then, let's see what else. Probably, in terms of visual design.
Sure.
I call this the revenge of the gnomes, Buddha heads, and other art objects. Is that, when we go out to nurseries and stores, we see all these wonderful things that are not plants that we want to put in our gardens, like gnomes and Buddha heads and art objects. And sometimes it gets a little overwhelming. And so, just like with the fountain, what I would say is pick one really special object that you like a Buddha or a sphere or even a really magnificent specimen tree, and use that as your single object to focus on.
So really focus on the old comment of less is better,
Yes,
and maybe
exactly.
make an impact with whatever you have rather than overdoing.
Right.
Okay, sounds like excellent advice to me. Thank you so much, Tony. You had a great lecture. I think everybody thoroughly enjoyed it, including all the humor you put in there.
Right.
Really good tips on designing your garden here at the Pasadena Symposium. Thank you again, Tony.
You're welcome. My pleasure.